Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Hey, it's another week of solving your stress. We are live Monday evening. I've got two special students in the classroom, Nature's classroom. You can probably see his rear end right there. Say hi to Vince. He's chewing on some grass. And got Mr. Frodo right here. Say hi, Fro. There you go, good boy. So, what we do here each week on Monday is come live with you and answer your questions that you submitted to me about stress going on in your life, and I hope to offer you solutions that you can put into practice, because if we put what we learn into action, we kind of instill that inside of us, and it makes life a whole lot less stressful and a whole lot easier. So we've heard some great questions, and overall I'm just going to review what the overall goal here and some practices is to get you to live a less stressed lifestyle. That's number one. And the action steps that go along with that are, and again, I'm crediting my veteran friends with the actual verbiage, detach, prioritize, and execute. So when things get stressful, when you feel the stress, you're going to take a step back, take a deep breath. That's the detach. Then you're going to look at and examine what's going on, and you're going to take the next step. So that is prioritize, and then you're executing on that step. And I'm going to go right into this week's question, which is going to expand on that, because this week the question is, when every project and work is priority number one, crisis mode, do now. How do you prioritize, balance, keep it together to get the job done without burning out? Oh my gosh, how many people have been in this situation? Me. Okay. The cause of a lot of burnout if we don't manage that well. And we've all had days and weeks and months like that, certainly as a law enforcement officer and also as a business owner owning multiple businesses. Some days it's like, oh my gosh. So what we need to do is practice that detach, that prioritize, and that execute, because not everything is crisis mode. Not everything needs to be due right this second. Not everything needs to be done right this second. Okay? So if you're feeling that all of a sudden your plate went from manageable to holy crap, it's now full, again, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. You take a step back, detach, take a deep breath, take a look at what the thing is or things are that are all pulling at you at the same time. And you're gonna just look at that messy plate. Just look at it all. And you're going to parse out and figure out what is priority. And then you're going to take action on it. There can only be one priority, okay? You got a plate full of 10 things. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., all the way to 10. And you need to be okay with putting things down at the bottom of the list. And I got to tell you, you got to even be more okay with maybe 7 through 10 doesn't get done today. Maybe it gets done first thing tomorrow morning. Okay? We self-create the emergencies. We tend to self-create our own stressful situations, believe it or not. And I certainly understand being in this position, and I'll never forget being assigned to a detail when I was in Secret Service, and coming home, it was really, really late, and pulling through a drive-through because it's that late and I am starving. And please don't do that. We'll talk about diet another time. I don't do that anymore. But I'm there in the drive-through line. I'm looking at the clock and I am just exhausted, thinking about what else I had to do when I got back to my apartment. And then I got a message that I needed to get in touch with my in-laws, which was the last thing that I mean, it just was like, what? And it wasn't an emergency, and I just told my husband, I just told him, I was like, could you please handle whatever it is, because I am maxed. And we were living separately. He was in Maryland, I was in New York, living in New Jersey, and I couldn't have that. So I actually I took a deep breath and I tasked him with helping me clear my plate, because there was no room for anything else. But that immediate response was just like, no, not another thing. So I totally understand. And if you need help getting those tasks done, you can delegate. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. In fact, delegate as much as possible. Now, if you're a solopreneur like I am, I can't really ask my son to help me with my online license to carry class, because he doesn't know anything about it, really, with the computer and stuff. So there are certain things that I can't delegate. But what I can do is say, hey, honey, do you think you could put dinner on? Because I've got to finish XYZ. Or, hey, honey, do you think you could pick up the guy, Hayden, from school? Because I got to finish XYZ. So I delegate. Instead of pushing myself, going, oh God, now I got to do this. Oh God, now I got to do this. Oh God, now I got to do this. And just creating my own mountain of stress. Like I said, most times stress is self-created. So, great question this week. Perfect answer for that. Detach, prioritize, and execute. If you are overloaded at work and every project is you're being told every project is priority number one, detach, take a deep breath, prioritize what actually needs to be done, 1 through whatever, however much you got to get done, execute on step number 1. I promise you, your day will go by smoother, you'll feel a lot less stressed, and it'll all work out. So I want to thank my very special Nature Classroom guests, Da Vinci and Frodo, sitting right here with me. And this was a great question, fantastic review of the principle: detach, prioritize, and execute. And until next time, guys, if you have questions, go ahead and just put them in the comments so I see them and I can add them certainly to the list of questions that I have and answer them live here. Again, we are live every Monday, solving your stress mini series, and we're gonna keep going with these awesome questions. So if you know somebody who also would like to solve their stress, go ahead and pass this video on to them. And don't forget to go onto my page, Sam Horwitz. It's at the Sam Horwitz, and give a like, and you'll get updated and all the notifications when I go live and answer your questions. So until next time, this is Sam, out.